Thank you all. As most of this room knows, I'm not comfortable standing up here. So I'd like to start with I'm jealous of Jeff Johnson's presentation he did, where he just stands there and clicks the button and all those customers bragging on. That was awesome. All I had was 3 little notes from 3 of my customers. Little history about myself. I was born and raised here. I grew up fast and hard, started working at 14 at different jobs, and decided that working for somebody else just wasn't my forte. So I've been self-employed for over 18 and a half years now, a little over 8 and a half now with C&D Pool Service. This is my family, 5 kids, 9 kids so far. Okay. You're going to know it's time to give somebody a call. If it's not me, you show up on a job and somebody's got their equipment held together with wood clamps, electrical clamps, and duct tape. Duct tape. What's wrong with that? Hey, I worked for this guy for a while, I'll tell you. Obviously, this filter needs some help. Here I'm showing you what dry algae looks like, and this is why I'm asking to be referred to repossession bankers, because homes sit empty for a long time. As you can see to the side over here, that's where the water level is, because it's sat so long that it's evaporated that low. And once they do that, stuff in the bottom really gets nasty. We can take care of all of that and make this pool look like new. There's another shot of the same pool. As you can see, it's a low water level. It's pretty nasty, and it can cause mosquitoes to start nesting in there. That's not good for the neighbors. Here we are doing an acid wash and cleanup. That's what it takes to clean these, is acid wash or a bleach wash. The end result, this is what you wind up with.
Nice.
Our work is exceptional. We don't skip any corners. We replenish your chemicals so that you have sparkling, clean water. As you've all heard me say, correct chemicals equals clear vision. This is something you might expect after a windstorm. I go through this quite a bit. And within about 30 minutes, you can expect to be going swimming. I'm going to stop on that phase of it right now and just say that my service is not the lowest price in town, but it's certainly not the highest price in town. I just received this flyer from a guy who's advertising $74 per month, including chemicals. Now that price, to me, is from the 80s. And it's not very good business, really, unless you have about 500 customers. The breakdown equals, at the very least, he's going to spend at least $12 a month in chemical alone to treat this pool, not to mention his gas and insurance, leaving him with about $62. And if you break that into 4 visits, if he shows up that many times, that's like $15.50 per stop. And the reality of this is, during the summer months, you're going to spend at least $20 out of pocket for chemical, gas, and insurance per stop. It's just not good business. It's a decent wage to be there for 15 to 20 minutes, which is an average stop. There's no profit in it. I point this out to you because obviously I charge more than this, but I show up every week, regardless if you're there or not. This pool right here, and thank you, Russ, that's the one I got through your referral. These people live in Washington. They're not even there. They bought this as a secondary home. So I could have very well been this guy or any other that advertised that low, and left that mess and just turned on the pool and threw some chemical in there, but that's not what I do. It's about integrity. It's about knowing that somebody is watching you. These are a set of filters. If you're not cleaning your filters every 6 months, you could wind up with a pool that looks a lot like that. It's not very clear. Full filters will be plugged up, not circulating well. You're adding wear and tear to your equipment because it's hard for the motor to pull the water through and recirculate it, let alone clean it. And I can make old filters like this look like new ones like that. Here I'm showing you these little squirty lines is a bad driver. It's a suction cleaner that's not working properly. We also fix those. And it also helps with good circulation. And this is what the pool looks like after I've repaired that cleaner. Is that a difference or what?
What do you mean it's not working right? It's swirly.
It needs work done. The turning gear is not working properly. You have an old set of hoses on it that will cause it to go in a permanent circle. We repair those kind of cleaners. We don't repair all cleaners because some of them I'd have to call Desi. There's like 100 moving parts in them. Besides weekly service, we also do other things as well. As right here we're putting in an automatic water filler. Back in the old days they didn't have those. And what you have is a green hose that you have to automatically remember to go out there, turn the hose on, then you have to automatically remember to go back out there and turn it off before you overfill the pool. So what we're going to do here is actually install it off to the side of the sidewalk. Next picture, please. And what we've done is dig a tunnel under the sidewalk because it's less expensive rather than tear up your sidewalk, have to patch it in, possibly not match so well. So we're putting it off to the side. It's more economical for the homeowner. And also we have to dig that tunnel to knock a hole through the pool to run the plumbing. And that's what we're doing here. And unfortunately, my son failed to get me the final pictures because I wasn't there of the final product. And this is what I like to call the Model T sand filter. A lot of my older clientele, they just like to hold on to things. It's got a new motor on it that I had replaced about a year before the filter went, and I had warned him that it was going to. Before that, he had an old brass pump on there that I also refer to as Model T. And it just doesn't work very well. Once your filter's that old, you're risking blowing it up or draining your pool, and they just don't filter as well. So I came in and finally got his filter replaced. And by the way, sometimes I do some of the work myself. I don't have my son do it all. These filters work excellent, and this is what I recommend, is the cartridge filters. This is a total equipment replacement. There I have my son doing all the squat down stuff, because as you can see, it's kind of been a hit. And these people decided it was time to do it now before it blew up and filled that pit up with water and drained their pool. I'm going to show you some, just a handful of my customers. Really? Okay. Click, click, click. These are some of the pools I do. This is the type of clientele I look for. So when you're out there and you're hearing about, I need a pool man, or my pool is doing this and that, keep in mind, these are the types of clients I look for. I do a lot of retired people's pools. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, this one, I'm showing you how this thing is surrounded by basically a jungle. If you run across anybody looking for a pool man, Give him this guy's hand. So, don't let the simple down on your bull before you call me. CMV Full Service, we show up.